Good evening, Crabs fans. Crabs baseball is on the air. This is Benjamin Schaefer, and I'll be bringing you all the action tonight as our beloved Crabs take on their fiercest rival, the Reading Colt 45's, all the way over the hill from Reading in a two-game midweek series. Crabs coming into the series with a record of 26-12. I don't know the Reading team record, but I do know that when the Crabs were in Reading, they won both games against them, and so Reading's here tonight looking for a little payback. It's a beautiful night in Arcata, sunny day all afternoon. The fans are slowly filling up. The band is here. It's a great night for baseball. It's going to be some exciting baseball, some hard-fought baseball, I expect. So plenty of time to come on out and join us. If not, sit back, relax, and enjoy Crabs baseball with me. Let me start by giving you the lineups for the visiting Colt 45's. We have Zachary Taylor at shortstop batting first. Jared Bertotti, the DH, bats second. Ryan Williams, the center field, bats third, and Sean Sutton, the first baseman, will bat cleanup. Jake Taylor at third base bats fifth. J.J. Hancock in right field bats sixth. Max Badesti in left field bats seventh. Ignacio Diaz will be the catcher and bat eighth. Mickey Meinhofer at second base bats ninth. And on the mound for the Colt 45's, it's who are 25-11. Thank you, 25-11. It's Will Moore, and let's see, I think I have some numbers on Will Moore here. Well, apparently not. This may be his first start as far as I can see on here. Yeah, I don't see him on here, so I'm assuming this is his first start for the Colt 45's. For the Crabs, leading off at shortstop, it's David Hamilton. Brian Pozos at second will bat second. James Outman in left field bats third, and Newt Johnson at first base bats cleanup. Michael Perry at third base bats fifth. Logan Denholm will be the catcher and bats sixth. Logan Bush in center field bats seventh. Ryan Reynolds will be the DH and bat eighth. Mason Thielander will be in right field and bat ninth. And on the mound tonight, it's Ryan Ralston, only his second start of the season. He's 0-1 with a 3.44 ERA, mostly in relief. 18 in the third innings pitched, 12 hits, 7 earned runs, 13 walks, and 14 strikeouts. So two teams both with excellent records coming in. Longtime rivals for several years now. We've been traveling back and forth between Reading and Humboldt. Natural rivals, just separated by the Highway 299, several hours over the mountain to the other side. You come out in Reading, so the teams are natural inland versus coastal rivals, and I'm sure Reading's actually very happy to be here because it's about 105 or higher today, and Reading is the temperature. Lovely, cool temperatures here on the Arcata coast. All right, let's go back to the studio for, I think, a couple of our sponsors, and then we'll come back with the national anthem and Crabs baseball. This is Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
I got to run for a couple minutes, but...
All right, we're back. The umpires are getting huddled behind home plate. The lineups have been exchanged. Do we have the names of the umpires tonight somewhere? Well, umpires? Thank you. Tonight's umpires, John Swanson is behind home plate. Michael Cowan at first and Dan Osborne over at third. Dan Osborne was the umpire that was hit last Wednesday in the mask and had to be taken out of the game. So it's really nice to see Dan Osborne back in action tonight. He's doing just fine. So we're almost ready to play ball. They're introducing the Colts now as we speak. The Colts in their gray road pants and bright canary yellow tops. Crabs are in their home whites. Wind blowing, not at all, more or less, out in center field at the moment. A very quiet, beautiful night at the ballpark. A small crowd. It's Tuesday night, usually our smallest crowds of the year. Thanks to the Lost Coast Brewery. Take a brewery tour at the Lost Coast 27 million bottling facility. It's huge, where you can find T-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, bottle openers, stickers, and, of course, beer. Kids are welcome, and the tour schedule is Friday through Sunday, 12 to 4 every hour on the hour. They're at 1600 Sunset in Eureka. Also, thanks to the Alibi, now 2 locations opening Arcata Plaza to serve you, home of the best Bloody Marys in town with large breakfast menu and weekend specials that are Crabs board members approved. When the Crabs play, beers are $1 off. That's the Alibi on the plaza. Crabs, a blowout game on Sunday. I think the final score was 12-2 on Sunday over the, let's see, who was here over the weekend? They all run together after a while. Who was that team that was here over the weekend? Geez, I can't even remember now. The Rockhounds. That's right, the Rockhounds. The Rally Factory Rockhounds. Crabs ending up winning 12-2. For some reason, the box score is not appearing on the webpage, and I don't know why that is. It does it once in a while. It doesn't upload properly, and I have to upload it several times before it appears. But anyway, Crabs won 12-2, taking 2 out of 3 against the Rockhounds over the weekend. Crabs coming in batting as a team, 286 with a 446 slugging and a 391 on-base percentage. Those are spectacular numbers. Team ERA is 2.88. Here we go with the national anthem. Well done. National anthem. All right, we're ready to play ball. The manager, or I guess head coach, of the Reading Colt 45's is Greg Cataray, who I can remember pitching for the Oakland A's back in the late 80s. And he indeed did pitch for the Oakland A's. He pitched for Oakland in 87, 88, 89, and then went to the Yankees for a while, and then pitched for Cincinnati briefly, Kansas City, Detroit. He's been all around and ended up with mostly as a relief pitcher. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if he ever started a game, but ended up with a career record of 38-32 in the major leagues with a 3.99 ERA. So a pretty successful career for the head coach of the Colt 45's, Greg Cataray. Surely part of the reason they're always such a good team. So Ryan Ralston is taking his warm-up pitches out on the mound. Logan Denholm is the catcher. Newt Johnson is at first. Brian Pozos at second. Michael Perry at third. And David Hamilton at short. It's Outman in left, Bush in center, and Mason Thielander is out in right field for the Crabs. Not too much Crabs baseball left. We just have this series with the Colt 45's. Then the Capitalists come in over the weekend. Then next Tuesday and Wednesday, it's Berkovich baseball. And then the final weekend, August 5th, 6th, and 7th, that weekend will be the Humboldt International Tournament. And then we say goodbye to the Humboldt Crabs for 2016. And it's a long, dark period in between Crabs seasons, 10 months of darkness before the Crabs start again. So if you haven't been out to the game, haven't caught a Crabs game yet, you're going to want to come out and do that pretty quickly here before it's too late. Just like Joni Mitchell says, you don't know what you got till it's gone. And the Crabs, you're going to miss them when they're not here. All right, we're ready to play ball. Leading off for, the Colt 45's is Zach Taylor, the shortstop. He comes in batting .323 in 21 games. He has a home run and 12 RBIs. In the series against the Crabs in Reading, he was 1 for 5. Crabs outscored the Colt 45's in Reading 27-9, winning both games. First pitch is outside, 1-0. Ralston deals, this time low, 2-0. 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Grounder out to second base. Pozos, couple of high hops, throws it to first, one away. Here's Jared Bertotti, the DH. Bertotti comes in batting .365 with a home run and 11 RBIs. Batting left-handed against the right-hander Ralston, who rocks and deals a fastball right down the middle for a called strike. In that series against the Crabs in Reading, he actually had the best series of any of the Reading players. Here's the pitch, and he foul tips it up against the backstop. He had 2 hits and 4 at-bats, including a double. Oh, and 2 the count. 1 out, nobody on, top of the first inning. Plenty of time to come on out and join us on a beautiful night. Yet another beautiful July evening at the Arcata Ballpark. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Oh, just missed outside, I guess. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, got him. 2 away. Here's Ryan Williams, the center fielder. Batting .143. No, that was in the series. He batted .143 in the series. First pitch is swung on a miss. It's 0-1. He's batting .282 on the season. 9 doubles and 7 home runs. So this is their power hitter right here. I think he hit a grand slam in that series against the Crabs because he has 4 RBIs, even though he's only hitting like 170. The breaking pitch is over the outside part of the plate for a called strike, so Ralston ahead 0-2. Here's the pitch. Way outside. The ball and 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. Slider got him. Nice pitch. Colt 45's go 1, 2, 3 in the top of the first. Crabs coming to bat. This is exciting Crabs baseball. 1480 KGOE. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to California State and Federal Employees Credit Union, member NCUA at California State and Federal Employees Credit Union. They're all local, all humble all the time with banking for both sides of your brain. The right side loves their low rates when you borrow and high rates when you save, while the left side loves their uncommonly personal know-your-name service and their indelible commitment to the community. That's Humboldt's own CSFECU. Join them today. Hamilton, Pozos, and Outman for the Crabs. No score, bottom of the first inning. Against Will Moore, and I'll have stats for Will in just a second. Actually, I have him right now. He is he's got a record of 1-1, 35 2/3 innings pitched, 32 hits, 10 earned runs, 22 walks, and 37 strikeouts. So that's a lot of walks in 35 innings, 22. So that's something to think about. Walks definitely hurt the Rockhounds that were in over the weekend. The Crabs, I think, were given 8 or 9 walks in one game. Yeah. All right, so Will Moore on the mound. He's pitching to Ignacio Diaz. Sean Sutton is at first place. Mickey Meinhofer at second. Jake Taylor at third, and Zachary Taylor is at shortstop. Max Medeski in left, Ryan Williams in center, and J.J. Hancock in right. So I wonder if the Taylors over at short and third are brothers. Here's Hamilton. Hamilton comes in batting. He takes a fastball away. It's 1-0. Comes in batting .317 with a .433 on base percentage and a .481 slugging. Having a great season defensively and offensively for the Crabs. There's another fastball away. It's 2-0. Moore rocks and deals 2-0, and that's fouled out of play. Two and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. Ooh, fastball in there at the knees, and it's even at 2. Here's the 2-2, way outside. Full count. Jeff Pozos on deck. Brian Pozos, sorry. And the pitch. Fouled out of play. So the count remains full to David Hamilton. And the pitch. Fouled out of play again. Three and 2 the count. Ooh, breaking pitch just misses inside for ball 4. Hamilton is aboard to lead off the first inning. That is his 22nd walk, and that leads the club. No, that's second on the club to Outman, who has 26. Here's Pozos, batting .255. Right-handed hitter. Hamilton takes his lead. Moore looks over there. Hamilton started to go and then stumbled and had to go back to first. He was, I think, taking off. The pitch is low and the count's 1-0. Well, there goes the element of surprise. Crabs have had their travails on the base paths. 1-0 pitch. Lined into right field. Right fielder's going back, and he has a beat on it and puts it away for out number 1. So Hamilton retreats to first with 1 away. Here's James Outman. Batting .391, slugging .572. His .488 on base percentage leads the club by quite a bit. hit a ball on Saturday night that almost tied the game. It ended up being a double. Looked like it was going to be a grand slam off the bat. Would have tied the game. Crabs ended up losing 7-4, I think, in that game. Outman batting left-handed against the right-hander Moore. Runner goes. The fastball is outside. The throw down to second is not going to be in time because the catcher, Ignacio Diaz, bobbled and then threw to the wrong side of the bag. So Hamilton with the stolen base. That's his team leading 13th out of 14 tries. And he's in scoring position with 1 out and the count 1-0 to Outman. And the pitch in the dirt. 2-0. Two-0 pitch. Fastball misses high. 3-0 to Outman. Moore glances out at second. And now comes home with a fastball that's fouled out of play. Outman swinging 3-0. So 3-1 the count now. Here's the pitch in the dirt. Ball 4. So second walk of the inning puts runners on first and second with 1 out. And here's Newt Johnson. Batting .263 in the series against Reading. I don't have those stats. So Hamilton at second, Outman at first. Here's Johnson. And the runners are going. The pitch is fouled out of play. Well, I noted at the beginning that Moore has walked a lot of batters for the number of innings he's pitched, so 2 more walks here gives him 24 and only 35 and a third or something like that. It's definitely too many. 0-1 is the count to Johnson. Here's the pitch. This breaking pitch misses down and away, 1-1. All right, here we go. 1-1 to Outman. Crabs trying to jump ahead here in the bottom of the first. There was a line shot right at second base, and that's going to be a double play. Hamilton nailed at second. Nothing you can do about that. Johnson hit it hard right at second. So the 4-6 double play ends the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, a runner left, and at the end of 1 inning of play, we have no score. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to the Mad River Brewing Company. Mad River is proud to support Humboldt Crabs baseball. Steelhead Extra Pale Ale is always on tap, so grab one at the ballpark during the game or join them in sunny Blue Lake for a beer and fish and chips or a burger in the beer garden. They're open every day. Sean Sutton to lead it off for the Colt 45's in the top of the second inning. It'll be Sutton, then Jake Taylor, and J.J. Hancock against Ryan Ralston. Ralston rocks and deals a fastball high. Sutton batting .321, 9 RBIs. Was 1 for 7 in the series in Reading. Hits a high hopper over to second base. Pozos throws him out. 1 away. Here's Jake Taylor. Taylor batting .373 with 5 doubles and 5 home runs. So another big slugger for the Colt 45's. He had a double he's 1 for 3 in the series in Reading. Takes the first pitch down and away. It's 1-0. The 1-0 is hit hard on the ground out to short. Hamilton bobbles, picks it up, bobbles again, and will not have a play. That'll be an error on Hamilton. The first bobble, he could recover from. The second, not so good. So Taylor's aboard with 1 out. Here's J.J. Hancock, right fielder. Hancock batting .293 with a home run, 18 RBIs. Taylor has a short lead over at first. And the pitch is grounded right back up the middle and knocked down by Hamilton, and he tosses a second in time for the out. The throw to first is not in time and gets past the first baseman. No advance, but what a play by David Hamilton there. Boy, a ball hit slowly up the middle. He had to dive for it behind second base and then had a little bit of trouble getting out of his glove, and at the very last instant was able to toss to Pozos covering. Nice play. So Taylor's forced at second. Hancock aboard on the fielder's choice, and with 2 outs, here's Modesti. Modesti was 0 for 4 in the series in Reading. He comes into this game batting .256. He takes a fastball high. It's 1-0. Toss over to first. Hancock dives back safely. Ralston sets and comes home with a fastball in the dirt. The 1-0 in there for a called strike. 1-1. 2-1. Actually. Hancock lengthens his lead a little bit over there now. 2-1. Check swing, and he fouls it up against the backstop. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch misses down low. (3-2). Runner goes. Line down the right field line. Foul ball into the bullpen area. Nobody told Hancock. He's still motoring around third. He'll have to go back to first. So the count now full to Modesti. Hit that ball well. but it's sliced into the bullpen. Here we go, 3-2. The runner's going. The pitch is grounded foul. Runner goes. The pitch is popped high in the air. Foul territory, left side. Hamilton going over for it, but Perry's calling for it in fair territory. He has it for out number 3. No runs, no hits. There was an error and a runner left at the end of an inning and a half. Still no score. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. It'll be Perry, Denholm, and Bush for the Crabs. Against Will Moore, out for his second inning of work. Thanks to Harper Ford, Harper Motors is proud to be one of America's oldest automobile dealerships, established in 1912. They're a true family business serving the North Coast for over 100 years. With every Crabs home run, Harper Ford will donate $50 to District 26 Little League, so go Crabs go. Also, the Lost Coast Brewery already thanked them. How about Eureka Stamp? Been in business for Humboldt since 1954, locally owned and operated, manufacturing rubber stamps, engravings, vinyl signs, lanyards, novelty items, stencils, and more. The new Memorial Rocks are in stock. They're at 520F in Eureka. All right, here's Perry to lead it off. And the first pitch is taken high for a fastball. Perry is batting .360. That's second on the team. He leads in slugging at .628 and a .430 on base percentage. Spectacular numbers. And he takes the next pitch inside, 2-0. The 2-0 pitch. In the air to deep to left field. No doubt about that one. Adios, muchacho. That's gone. That was no doubt. That is his club leading 6th home run. And the Crabs are up 1-0. That was launched. 35th home run of the season for the Crabs. Here's Denholm. Batting .188. Here's the pitch. He takes fastball high. He does have 4 home runs. The next pitch is a slider on the outside corner, 1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1. There's that same breaking pitch taken for a strike again, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. And the windup and the 1-2. That slider missed away. 2-2. Two. Line in the right field, right at the right fielder, Hancock, who has it for out number 1. Here's Bush. Logan Bush comes in batting .304 with a .461 on base percentage. First pitch is slider high. Next pitch is fouled out of play. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 check swing, and he takes a low. They're going to appeal to third. No, he did not go round. So 2-1 count to Bush. Ryan Reynolds is on deck. And the pitch. Fouled against the screen. Bush's .461 on base percentage leads the club. Second in the club, sorry. Outman leads. That one's lined down the left field line and foul. Two and two. Breaking pitch misses outside, and the count goes full to Bush. Three-two, ball four. So Bush is aboard, third walk of the evening for more. The Crabs, as a team now, including today's game, have averaged over 5 walks in a game, and they've already got 3 tonight. Here's Ryan Reynolds. Reynolds is the DH tonight. He's batting .229. He has 3 homers, 6 doubles. Bush over at first. Moore's pitch is a strike on the outside corner. Toss to first, Bush is back. And the next pitch is just outside, I guess. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 down low, 2-1. Two-one. Line in the right center field. That's going to be a base hit. Bush headed for third. He will make it. So runners on the corners now. All right, so Reynolds with the hard single to right center field brings Thielander to the bat with runners on first and third and only one out. Thielander batting .238 with a .441 on base percentage. How is that possible, you might ask? Well, he has 15 walks in 42 at-bats. Batting average has been steadily climbing. He was down below 200 for a while. Now he's .238. He takes a fastball down low, 1-0. Bush at third. Reynolds at first. One out. The 1-0. Fastball in there at the knees, 1-1. Will Moore on the mound for the Reading Colt 45's. I think this is the first time he's pitched for them at all. I don't find him among their stats. Toss to first, and it gets away. That's going to score another run. Reynolds will go to second. Bush will come home on the error by Moore. You got to be really careful with the toss to first when you got a runner on third. I don't know how many times we've seen it in this ballpark alone where a pitcher will throw to first with a runner on third, and it'll be a throwing error. And you're just giving up a run. You're just handing over a run. 2-0 Crabs. Not that I'm complaining. And really, what's the point of the throw over there? I mean, what you have to ask yourself, what positive benefit are you getting from throwing over there? And what is the risk? And is it really worth it? 1-1 the count to Thielander. Reynolds out at second. 2-0 Crabs. Time is called as they replace third base now with not replace it, but it was not securely fastened to its position, and now the umpire's out there trying to reset it. Okay, looks good now. We're ready to play. Moore sets, glances out at second, and comes home. Fouled out of play. One and two to count. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. Two and two. One out. Reynolds out at second. A run is crossed for the Crabs here in the second. They got one in the first, so they're up 2-0. Here's the pitch. In the air, shallow right field. Second baseman, first baseman, right fielder converging, and it'll be the second baseman, Meinhofer, in foul territory to put it away for out number 2. Reynolds has to hold at second. So now we're back to the top of the order with David Hamilton, who walked in his first appearance. Moore looks in for the sign. Now he sets, looks at second. And here's the pitch. Misses high. The 1-0. Misses down low, 2-0. Oh, and he stumbles, and that's going to be a balk. Reynolds goes to third. It's always been curious to me why that's called a balk, because the balk rule says you can't deceive the runner. There's no deception of the runner involved. He tripped.
Yeah, but you're still making an improper motion.
Yeah, but that's my point, is the rule is deceiving the runner.
Oh, I tripped. Oops, you're out now.
2-0 pitch. Ground ball in the hole on the right side and through for a base hit. It's 3-0 in favor of the Crabs. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. The pitch is fouled up against the screen. So that means now that Bush's run is earned, because he would have scored anyway. I think. I may have to check later. But anyway, 3-0 Crabs. Oh, and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. High pop up on the infield. First baseman calling for it and is under it and has it for out number 3. But the Crabs get 3 runs. There were 3 hits and an error and 1 left. And at the end of 2, Crabs are up 3-0. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, Crabs fans, welcome back. Thanks to Patty Stokeham at Remax Realty. She's been a Crabs sponsor and supporter for more than 20 years, and she's been selling real estate for just as long. She'll handle all the legwork for you and cover all the bases. Give her a call today at 496-3295 or find her on Myrtle Avenue in Eureka. Here's Ignacio Diaz to lead off for the Colt 45's in the 3rd inning, trailing 3-0. Diaz comes in leading the club with a .419 batting average. He's only played in 8 games, however. And the first pitch is fouled out of play. But 13 hits and 31 at-bats, including 3 doubles. He did play in the series against the Crabs in Reading. He was 1 for 4. Takes a pitch down in the dirt, 1-1. Ralston into the windup, and the 1-1 is tapped off his foot, and it rolls foul over towards the Crabs dugout. A chill has descended on the ballpark. Even though it's sunny, it's not warm. One and 2 the count. Breaking pitch misses way outside and in the dirt. 2-2. And the pitch. Slider, broken bat, grounded over to third. Picked up by Perry. Throw to first is in the dirt. Nice pick by Johnson. 1 away. Here's Mickey Meinhofer. Meinhofer batting .224 in 16 games. He was 1 for 3 in the series against the Crabs. Here's the pitch. Fastball on the outside corner taken for a strike. Good pitch. Just poured that right over the heart of the plate. One 1. Here's the pitch. Fastball lined into right field. T-Lander going back on it and has it for out number 2. Back to the top of the order. Here's Zach Taylor. 0 for 1. Here's the pitch. Fastball tapped foul. Oh, and 1. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there at the knees for a called strike. One 1. Misses down low. 1 and 2 the count. The 1-2. Down low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss got him. Inning over. They go 1-2-3 in the top of the third. Crabs up 3-0. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. Thanks to True Motion Fitness, a unique approach to movement health. They feature muscle activation techniques, personal training, and a unique movement space, all focused on building a stronger, balanced, and stable you so you can move through life and desired activities with greater enjoyment and efficiency. That's True Motion Fitness at 901 O Street in Arcata. They're at 822-3018. For the Crabs, it'll be Outman, Johnson, and Perry. Up 3-0. Outman walked in his first appearance. Will Moore out on the mound, his third inning of work. He trails 3-0. And here's the pitch to Outman. Line foul. Crabs 3 runs, 3 hits, 1 error. Colt 45's no runs, no hits, 1 error. Here's the 0-1. Breaking pitch. Ooh, and a good one on the outside corner. Backdoor slider. 0-2. The 0-2. Oh, he swings at a pitch out of the zone and just manages to top it foul. Just off the end of the bat. So the count remains 0-2. And next pitch got him to swing at that one and miss it. Same pitch, same spot. Outman down on strikes. Here's New Johnson, line to second in his first at bat. And he takes a slider away. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. The 1-1. Line in left field, and that is going to be past the diving left fielder, Mac Modesti, on his way. As second is Johnson, and he'll be in there with a stand-up double. That ball was hit hard and tailing away from Modesti, and he had to dive for it the last second. No, not really much of a chance to get it. So Johnson out at second now with one out. Here's Perry, who launched one out on the Highway 101, maybe northbound. I don't know. He hit it so hard. His 6th home run of the season. That leads the Crabs by 2 now. Here's the pitch. I think by 2. Fastball is in there for a called strike. Yep. The 0-1 in there for a called strike again at the knees, and it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. Ooh, high and inside. 1-2. The 1-2 to Perry. Grounder over to third. High hop. Grab by the third baseman. Throw to first is going to be in time. Nice play by Jake Taylor. That ball took kind of a nasty hop at the end there. It's Taylor staying with it to throw out Perry. Johnson holds at second with 2 outs. Here's Logan Denholm. Line to right in his first at bat. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
That's a good one. That's a good one. My father would say fart and dust.
Oh, and 1 the count. Johnson takes his lead. Moore's pitch. Slider misses down and away. 1-1.
Oh, it's USA basketball. They have a game back. I bet they're going to beat them by 70. It was like 50-something. Yeah.
The 1-1.
Beat the spread, too, which is like
Line fair down the left field line. Johnson will come in to score. That's going to go into the bullpen. Denholm will. What are they saying? That's a foul ball? What?
No. I don't, unfortunately.
They're calling it a foul ball. Oh my gosh. I'm stunned. I'm stunned. I can barely move. I can't believe they called that a foul ball. I mean, everybody here saw it. 1-2 the count. Oh my. Unbelievable. 1-2. Here's the pitch. Grounder out to short. And it goes through his legs. Johnson will come around to score. Here comes the throw in. It's not going to be in time, and it's 4-0 Crabs. So an error on the shortstop plates the run anyway. And the Crabs go up by 4. So the universe has a way of righting itself, my friends. We've seen it here tonight. The bad call, it all works out in the end. Denholm at first. Here's Bush. Here's the pitch. Fistball misses down and away, 1-0. Justice is restored here at the Arcata Ballpark. Denholm with a short lead over it first. Crabs up by 4 now. We're only in the 3rd inning. Long way to go. Here's the pitch. Foul tipped. So a ball and a strike to count to Bush. Walked in his first appearance. Scored a run. Here's the 1-1. Misses down and away. 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike to count. Denholm takes his lead. Ooh, swing and a miss, 2-2.
It's $1.
Two balls, 2 strikes to count.
My best friend's mom.
And the pitch. Down and away, 3-2.
Okay.
But if you have something,
Okay. When will you?
probably like not the next break, but the one after.
So the count is full
If I
with Denholm over at first.
I will let you know.
Okay, sounds awesome.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
You're not going to pay for it either.
And the runner goes. The pitch is taken high for ball 4.
After all that, you think it's me? No.
1, 2, 3. 4th walk of the night issued by Moore. And here's Ryan Reynolds. Singled in the 2nd inning, scored a run. So Denholm at second, Bush at first, 2 outs. Crabs have scored in every inning. They got, oh, sorry, they did not score in the first. They scored 3 in the 2nd and 1 here in the 4th to take a 4-0 lead.
This is what I say. This is what I think of your free message.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
The only one I actually have it, whether they think those ads. That's the one I like. I just know. I'm sure you would.
Oh, and 1 the count. Here's the pitch. Check swing. It's in the dirt. 1-1.
They could go tell them themselves, not get me involved.
A ball and a strike to count.
I am not a third party basher. Tell them your damn self.
1-1. Line down the left field line. That is going to be big trouble. That's going to go fair into the corner. 1 run is in. Bush is coming around third. He'll come in to score a stand-up double for Ryan Reynolds, and it's 6-0 Crabs. And that may be it for Moore. The ball was not hit that hard, but it was just perfectly placed down the left field line. Pretty much landed in exactly the spot that the one that was called foul a couple of batters ago ended up.
We got a happy birthday shout out to Sarah Wright. Here's the message.
So now the infield is all in on the mound, but the manager is having a conversation with the umpires rather than the infielders who are, although they're gathered on the mound, he's behind the mound, appears to be arguing with the umpires over something. I don't know. He keeps gesturing out towards left field, and I don't know if I can't believe he's calling that ball fair, or he's trying to say that was a foul ball.
If you're going to call it fair, foul the next one time.
He might be claiming that they should just be consistent.
Be consistently wrong if you're going to be wrong.
All right, that is going to be it for Moore. They're going to bring a new pitcher in. So let's see if we can figure out who this fella is. Crabs up 6-0 here in the fourth inning. They got 3 in the second. Actually, we're still in the third inning. And let's see who this pitcher is. Did we get a number yet? No? Normally John Swanson, the home plate umpire, will alert us to the number if we watch closely. 42. That's Clay Worthen. Clay Worthen. W-O-R-T-H-E-N. Clay. 45 Clay Worthen. And let's see if we have some stats. Do we have some stats on Clay?
Yes.
Worthen did not pitch in the Reading series. Worthen. Another pitcher who... Oh, there he is. He's pitched in 6 games, 9 in the third innings pitched, 8 hits, 4 earned runs. He's walked 3 and struck out 13. Very good numbers. He's 1-0, and his ERA is 3.85. So he's got a good strikeout to walk ratio. With 2 outs and Reynolds out at second, it'll be Mason Thielander will be the hitter. He popped a second in his first at bat. So here we go. Crabs are up by 6.
Now batting to humble Travis number 10, right fielder Mason Thielander.
He's returning for his 19th season. He can be a pitch on both coasts.
So here we go. Here's Thielander.
Whiny little bitch from Boston is now going to be in the stepchild team in LA.
Reynolds takes his lead. Worthen rocks and deals a fastball right over the heart of the plate. He throws almost a perfect overhand pitch. Almost directly overhand, which you really don't see that often.
Yeah.
Most pitchers are at least,
You and me both.
come in from a high angle, but not completely horizontal. But he comes right over the top. Fastball misses down and away. 1-1. The 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2 now to Thielander. 6 runs on 5 hits, 1 error for the Crabs, no runs, no hits, 2 errors, 1 particularly egregious here in the third inning for the Colt 45's. That error by the shortstop Taylor would have been the third out of the inning. Instead, the Crabs ended up getting 3 runs. Next pitch is swung on and missed, that'll end the inning. So Worthen comes in and restores order. 3 runs, though, on 2 hits. There was an error and a runner left, and at the end of 3, Crabs are up by 6 runs. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. It'll be Bertotti, Williams, and Sutton for the Colt 45's, trailing by 6. Against Ryan Ralston in only his second start of the season. Bertotti struck out in his first at bat. Here's the pitch. Fastball is down low. The 1-0 misses low again, 2-0. The 2-0 down low again, 3-0. Well, up by 6. The last thing you want to do is walk the leadoff hitter, or among the last things you want to do. There goes the Coast Guard helicopter flying over. They get a big hand. Next pitch is a fastball at the knees, 3-1. We're all big fans of the Coast Guard around here because they save so many people out at sea. 3-1 pitch. Fouled out of play. 3 balls, 2 strikes, the count to Bertotti. And a 3-2 from Ralston. Grounded over to first. Johnson will toss to Ralston covering, 1 away. Ryan Williams will be the hitter. He struck out his first at bat. Here's the pitch. Ooh, fastball misses inside at the shoulders. One swung on and missed. 1-1. The 1-1 misses low and away, 2-1. Slider down low, 3-1. Ball 4. So Williams aboard with 1 out. Here's Sutton. That's the first walk issued by Ralston. Sean Sutton singled in his first at bat. Telios Christian Fellowship having a picnic out in right field tonight. Williams with a pretty good lead over at first. Ralston comes home with a fastball that misses low. So he's missed with 5 straight pitches now. The 1-0 swing and a miss, 1-1. Toss the first, and the runner dives back safely. The 1-1 breaking pitch in the dirt, 2-1. Two one, hit in the air, foul, out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes, the count. The 2-2. Called strike 3 at the knees. Good pitch. That is strikeout number 1, 2, 4 now for Ralston. And with 2 away, here's Jake Taylor, the third baseman, aboard on an error by Hamilton in his first at bat. Williams over at first. Here's the pitch. Slider in the dirt, blocked by Denell. The 1-0 fastball swung on a miss, throw behind the runner at first, and he's back in time. One ball and 1 strike is the count. Here's the pitch. And he bounces it all the way to the backstop. That's going to allow Williams to go to second. Two and 1 now, the count to Taylor. Here's the pitch. Misses high with a slider. 3-1. Look at second, and the 3-1 is tapped slowly down towards third. Perry bobbles and doesn't have a play. I don't know. You think he would have gotten him? I'm not sure he would have gotten him anyway.
I'd say a base hit.
I think that's a hit.
Yeah.
I think Taylor would have beaten it out. Perry, it was a high, slow hopper. Perry had to rush it and then bobbled, but I don't think he would have got the runner. So that'll go as an infield hit and put runners on the corners with 2 outs for Hancock. J.J. Hancock, the right fielder, hit into a fielder's choice his first at bat. Here's the pitch. Misses high with a fastball. The 1-0 in there for a called strike at the knees.
Yeah, we're getting very. What's a good word to say? What's a time to describe the American Revolution era?
1-1 the count. Misses away, 2-1.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what the JJ speed is for, I guess.
Yeah.
Although it could be JJ, so he doesn't have to be John.
2-1 is grounded past the mound and knocked down by Perry. He picks it up, throws to first. What a play! Perry, a sliding catch on his knees behind second base, turns and throws out Hancock for out number 3. No runs. There was 1 hit and 2 left. And at the end of 3.5, it's 6-0 in favor of the Crabs. This is spectacular Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. It'll be Hamilton, Pozos, and Outman atop of the order for the Crabs. They're up by 6. There is some action now out in the Reading bullpen. Clay Worthen, who got the last out of the third inning with a strikeout, will pitch to Hamilton. Worthen came on to relieve Will Moore. Here's the pitch. Fastball is high. Hamilton tonight has walked and singled in a run. The 1-0. In the air to center field. Center fielder coming in, and he has it for out number 1. That was a long run for Ryan Williams. So with 1 out, here's Pozos. 0 for 2.
Batting next, number 2, second baseman Brian Pozos.
Here's the pitch. Way outside. The 1-0, and he shows bunt. It's almost over his head. Almost hit him in the head. Sails over his head. 2-0 to Pozos. As he staggers out of the batter's box. Two-0 pitch. Fouled out of play. Two and one. Fouled out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes to count now to Pozos. And the pitch. This is high again. So the count full. Three and 2 the count. In the air to left center field. Modesti under it, comes in a few steps and has it for the second out of the inning. Here's James Outman. Walked and struck out.
Left fielder James Outman.
And the pitch in there at the knees for a called strike. 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Two grounded out to second base. Inning over. Crabs go 1-2-3 in the fourth, but they lead 6-0. This is Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Modesti, Diaz, and Meinhofer for the Colt 45's. This is Ryan Ralston's 5th inning of work. He's got a 6-run lead. He's only given up 1 hit and 1 walk.
Now batting for the Colt 45's, number 17, outfielder Max Modeste.
Colt 45's have only had 3 base runners so far in the game. Crabs have 6 runs on 5 hits. Here's the pitch. Fastball rides high. He has been a little wild the last several batters. The 1-0. Lined into right field. Right at T-Lander. 1 away. Well, if you're going to hit it hard, that's the way to do it, I say.
Batting next, number 16, pitcher Ignacio Diaz.
Here's Ignacio Diaz. Grounded to third in his first at bat. And he takes a pitch down low. The 1-0. Down and away, 2-0.
Modeste.
2-0. In on the hands, and he loops it out to center field for a base hit. So Diaz didn't hit it hard. It was a good fastball in on the hands, but he just placed it perfectly over second base.
Second baseman Mickey Meinhofer.
So here's Mickey Meinhofer, the second baseman. Line to right in his first at bat. 1 on, 1 out. Top of the 5th inning.
No, I went to Stockton once, and that was the only time I need to go. I did the conference tournament for softball. For
Diaz with a short lead over first. Here's the pitch in the dirt.
And when it was hot. The funny thing about that was that they let us go and do the game for KRFH because
The 1-0 fastball is in there for a called strike.
all the other games
1-1.
and it made the school look good. It's like, all right, you guys can do it if you want. And then they wouldn't let us do it anymore because we killed them in the listener numbers instead of ESPN. So they wouldn't let us do it.
Toss to first.
Well, at that point they realized that we weren't free anymore. But everyone was listening to us, and my coastal wasn't too thrilled about it.
1-1 the count.
It's not that hard to do that or sound that good.
And there's a slider on the outside corner, 1-2.
That's why the whole softball team signed a petition to get me to do it instead of him. Like the entire team and their
The
parents.
1-2 pitch. Slow hopper down to second base. Pozos has it. He'll go to first. On the play, Diaz goes to second.
I can't believe he actually did a game. I can't believe that it actually was a thing. I feel bad for whoever. I feel bad for whoever.
Here's Zach Taylor. 0 for 2.
No, he does the softball playoff games because he insists that he's good at it. Yeah, and I heard his little ego, his fragile ego. When the team said we prefer.
Here's a pitch. Fastball on the outside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. Oh, and 1 the count. Diaz out at second. Here's the pitch. Ooh, breaking pitch is in there at the knees for a called strike. Nice pitch.
I've not heard. Ask the football players.
Okay. Diaz takes his lead. Ralston sets, glances at second, and comes home. Foul tipped up against the backstop. So Taylor hangs in there, and the count remains 0-2.
I was talking with Meg and Wink at Silent, like 3 or 4 weeks ago. And somehow they just knew athletics came up. It was like everyone knows.
No balls, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch.
She's telling me
Tap
stories.
foul.
She played softball too before I got there.
It's up over near the Colt 45's dugout.
She's telling me all like how much of an ass he was. Sorry, he'll die better or lonelier than. But I'll be.
0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Fastball away, 1-2.
Combine the air. So Joe Buck don't think it's screwed people. That process, I'll give him the credit. Because Joe Buck is arrogant ass as it is. Yeah. It's all about himself. Yeah, it's always true.
1-2. Misses low, 2-2.
Unless there's stuff we don't know about. No, he's like. I'm thinking Jason Whitlock, Joe Buck's arrogance. Oh, yeah. In regards to his attitude toward other people. Apparently Jason
2-2
Whitlock
pitch.
undefeated was
Called, strike 3 at the knees. That'll do it for the Colt 45's in the 5th. With no runs, hit, no errors, 1 left at the end of 4.5. It's 6-0 in favor of the Crabs. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Crabs with a 6-run lead in the bottom of the 5th inning. Thanks to North Coast Audiology, always working to provide their patients with the best possible care. North Coast Audiology is many things to many people, but at its core, it reaches out to the community. They believe strongly in the 70-year history of audiology, and that the field as a whole must be protected and refined by serious students and careful practitioners. That's North Coast Audiology. Contact Julie Kelly at 2818 Harris or at 443-4503. Thanks also to the North Coast Co-op, a natural food consumer-owned cooperative grocery store located in the far reaches of Northern California, surrounded by redwood trees where the mountains meet the sea. They're in Arcata 8th and I and Eureka at 4th and B, and I can personally attest to the quality of the Co-op. Love to shop at the Co-op. Here's Newt Johnson. Line out to second and a double so far tonight. The lights are coming on at the ballpark. I think we have a new pitcher on the mound, don't we? Is this the same guy?
Same guy.
This is the same guy, yeah. Yep, number 45. First pitch misses inside, 1-0. This is still Clay Worthen, who's pitched well since coming on at the end of the 3rd inning. He struck out Thielander at the end of the 3rd, and then Crabs went 1-2-3 in the 4th. 1-0 the count now, and there's a fastball in the dirt, 2-0.
Sports talk show. That's why I like it so much.
2-0 the count.
I'd like to have a sports talk show of my own one day. I'd like to see you on TV someday. She knows sports nation.
The 2-0 in there for a called strike. It's 2-1.
10 times a week. 10, 40 years in the future, I hope to hear you on national airwaves. I don't
the 2-1. Ground ball out to short. He's got it. Throw to first. One away.
Let's see why you wouldn't be.
Whatever I don't suck at.
So here's Perry.
Number 22, third baseman Michael Perry.
Solo home run in the second inning, and then a ground out to third in the third.
What?
So I would not be very good at sports talk.
I think you got it in you in regards to the opinionated, argumentative.
Here's the pitch. Perry takes high.
Either way,
I like to do play-by-play because that's all business.
play-by-play is my true love. Sports talk pays the bills better. Because it's more permanent.
The 1-0 in there for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Play-by-play, and the guy next to me,
Yeah.
so I don't get in trouble.
We
1 ball, 1 strike. And the next pitch is down low. 2-1.
and we did per semester 25, 30 games. That included, like, especially in the fall and in the winter, we'd have soccer, volleyball, and then we do our
2-1 pitch.
football and basketball.
Fouled out of play.
And in the spring was just softball. Good to see softball.
Count even at 2.
It's actually pretty easy.
It's something I'd have to get used to.
2-2 misses inside. 3-2.
Honestly, on radio, well, TV, yeah. On radio, it's similar to doing basketball. Basketball's the easiest sport to do. Without basketball's the easiest sport you can play by phone. It's not even close. Soccer's easy for the same reason.
3-2 is hit high in the air to center field and deep. Going back, and caught by the center fielder at the warning track up against the wall. Perry gave it a ride. That would have been home run number 2 tonight, but Ryan Williams leaps up right in front of the Health Sports sign and makes the catch against the wall for out number 2. That one put a charge in the fans.
Now batting number 3, pitcher Logan Denholm.
The reason why soccer play
Here's Denholm, 0 for 2. Line to right and a board on an error.
description. In my experience, around midfield, you can kind of not be as descriptive of what's happening, kind of maybe give more analysis.
Here's the pitch.
But once
Fastball
they get,
misses low.
Yeah, obviously.
1-0 the count to Denholm. 2 outs, nobody on for the Crabs. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning. They lead 6-0 over the Reading Colt
Sammy
45's.
was on the soccer team.
1-0. Here's the pitch. Fouled up against the screen. It's 1-1.
I got to do one HSU game for it was an exhibition just online.
Colt 45's have a nice ballpark out there in Reading. It's called Tiger Field, I believe. They never renamed it. The team was called the Reading Tigers for many years, and when they first started coming here, they were the Reading Tigers. There was also a team called the Reading Oaks that played here often, and they finally disbanded. They were not as good as the Tigers. But now it's the 45's, and they still play in Tiger Field. It's a nice ballpark. 1-1 pitch. Swung on and missed 1-2.
Not there. They got stadium's way bigger, and they've got like a party deck. So it's kind of like the picnic area, except it's like kind of up and closer to the dugout, elevated.
The only problem is it is swelteringly hot out there in Reading. 1-2 pitch. This is way outside. 2-2. Even at last time Hoke and I went to Reading, it was, I think, 104 at 7 o'clock, and we didn't even go on the air. 2-2, the count was just too hot. 2-2 pitch. Grounded foul, wide of third. And the next day, the Crabs played a 12:30 game in Reading, and the catcher of the Reading team, as I recall, I was not there for that game. Someone else, Alan covered it for us. Here's a 2-2 pitch, and that misses in the dirt. 3-2. And the pitcher was walking off the mound. He thought that was strike 3, but Denholm did not go around. And anyway, the catcher for the Reading team had a heat stroke during that game. So nice ballpark, but way too hot. 3-2 the count. And that's why they come here in July. 2 outs, nobody on for the Crabs. Here's the pitch. Line in the center field. Coming in on it in the center fielder, and it'll be the shortstop behind the bag to put it out for out number 3. Crabs go in order in the 5th. They lead 6-0. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. It'll be Bartotti, Williams, and Sutton for the Colt 45's against Ryan Ralston. Actually, this is not Ryan Ralston anymore. This is, I didn't even see him warming up in the bullpen. This is Matthew Hernandez on in relief of Ralston. Okay, Hernandez comes into the game with a record of 1-2, an ERA of 6 in 21 innings pitched. He's given up 27 hits, 14 earned runs, 6 walks, and 15 strikeouts. Here's the pitch, and the batter shows bunt and takes the pitch at the knees for a strike. It's 0-1. And the 0-1 is down low, 1-1. The line on Ralston is very good. 5 innings pitched, 2 hits. He walked 1 and struck out 5. Here's the pitch, and he takes low. 2-1. He will get the win should the Crabs hang on to this lead. 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. Bartotti 0 for 2, struck out, grounded out to first base. With a 2-2 pitch. Lined in the center field, and that is going to drop for a base hit. So the Colt 45's have the leadoff runner on base here in the 6th inning, and here's Williams. Struck out and walked. Here's the pitch. Slider misses away, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Ooh, swing and a miss, a big cut there, the fastball, and it's 1-1.
He was good. It turned out he was really insecure.
Like if the apocalypse was happening and we were all gonna die, I would be happy to know he was the last person that saw the TV.
The 1-1 is swung on and missed, 1-2.
Oh yeah, I mean, I always watch the CNN Leader show where Anderson Cooper and Kathy Griffin.
I'm surprised they let her back on.
So funny. It was so funny.
Luckily for them, they're cables, so you can, even though the advertising.
Bartotti with a short lead at first, 1-2 the count, and now Hernandez throws over there, and Bartotti dives back safely.
They can never bring her on ABC because the FCC get involved in some of the outbursts.
How like Anderson Cooper and Kathy Griffin are just up there making fun of everybody else.
1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Right back at the pitcher. That's going to be a double play. Hernandez will toss to first. 2 away. So with 2 outs, here's Sutton. 0 for 2, grounded out to second and was caught looking. And the first pitch to him is a foul ball that's going to drift out of play. I just feel light as a feather with this 6-run Crabs lead. 0-1 the count. Swing and a miss, 0-2. There was a time when the Crabs' best rival was the Fontanetti Athletics, who for about 50 years, 0-2 pitch, misses that down and away, 1-2. Were regulars here at the Arcata Ballpark, and for many years, going all the way back to when Crabs were first founded, the Crabs and Fontanetti were bitter rivals for a while, then not so bitter, but still rivals. 2-2 the count. We used to love beat Fontanetti's, and now Fontanetti's are no more. And so now the team that we love to beat are the Colt 45's. 2-2 the count. Misses down and away, 3-2, but still a lot of baseball to go here in the 6th inning. 3-2 the count to Sutton. And here's the pitch. Called strike 3 at the knees. That'll do it for the Colt 45's in the 6th. No runs, a hit, no errors, nobody left. And at the end of 5.5, it's 6-0 in favor of the Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGO. Welcome back to the ballpark. New pitcher on the mound for the Colt 45's. It's William Fogel. Fogel did pitch in the Reading series. He appeared in one game in relief, 2 2/3 innings pitched. He gave up 1 hit. He walked 2 and struck out 2. So Clay Worthen pitched very well. He retired 7 straight batters, but he's out of the game, and it'll be Fogel now to face Bush, Reynolds, and Thielander, the bottom of the Crabs order in the 6th inning. All right, here we go. Oh, we have the season record on Fogel. 8 games, all in relief. 14 1/3 innings pitched, 13 hits. He's walked 8, struck out 8, has an ERA of 1.88, which is excellent, and a 1-1 record. No, 0-2 record. So here's Logan Bush. Bush has walked twice tonight. And the first pitch is hit in the shallow center field, and that is going to be caught by the center fielder as he moves towards left. 1 away. Ryan Reynolds will be the hitter. 2 for 2. Singled and scored a run in the second inning, and then a 2-run double in the third. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. The 0-1 misses away, 1-1. The 1-1 misses down and away, 2-1. Two-one pitch, fouled out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count now to Ryan Reynolds. Mason Thielander on deck. The 2-2. Down low, 3-2. The 3-2, ball 4. So Reynolds aboard, 3rd time tonight. And here's Thielander. Fogel sets and deals, and it hits him on the back. Ouch. Right below the neck. Thielander's fine. He's going to head down to first. So first and second now for the Crabs with only 1 out. And here's Hamilton. Hamilton walked, then he singled in a run, then he flied out to center. Reynolds at second, Thielander at first. Here's the pitch. Fastball in the outside corner. It's 0-1. I like the way this Fogel wears his socks. The high stirrup there, you can see the stripes on the stirrups. That's cool. I like that. He also has different colored socks than the other players on his team. Here's the pitch. 0-1, misses down and in, 1-1. The other guys on Reading have just black socks, but his actually have black with yellow stripes. The black's a little hipper, but he wears them well. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Misses inside, 2-1. Reynolds at second, Thielander at first, 2-1 the count. Crabs up by 6 in the bottom of the 6th. Here's the pitch. And this is high, 3-1. Giants are leading 5-2 in the bottom of the 5th. See how long that lasts. 3-1 to count. And the pitch. High in the air down the left right field line, but it's going to go foul. Boy, he clubbed it, but yanked it foul. That's on top of the City Hall. Oh. Foul by quite a bit. Still very impressive. So 3-2 is the count to Hamilton. Runners go. The pitch is outside. That's going to load the bases. For Brian Pozos.
Bases are FOC, full of crustaceans. Now batting number 2, Brian Pozo.
All right, Reynolds at third, T-Lander at second, Hamilton at first. Fogle from the belt. Comes home. Ooh, and he towels it off his foot, and he's down. Ooh, and he's in pain. He fouled it right off his knee, right off his kneecap, and he is writhing in pain in front of home plate. And here comes the trainer. Oh, boy, I hate to see that. Oof. He hit it very hard right off his kneecap, and he is down.
Instagram follower. For that, he won 2 tickets to tonight's game, a Crabs hat of his choice, and a Crabs t-shirt. Don't forget to follow the Crabs on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to stay informed and possibly
Yikes.
bring Crabs swag.
They were really swag. I love some swag.
Well, he's at least going to have a pretty nasty bruise. He takes off his helmet now, and he's still in a lot of pain, very obviously. And let's see if he can get up. They're going to help him up. And he looks okay. He looks more angry than... And now... he's going to stay, I think. He's got putting his helmet. He's going to come out. No, he's coming out. He's limping off the field, I think. So, still not clear what he's going to do. He's putting his helmet back on. He's gathering himself. It looks like he is going to stay in the game after all. There's the bat.
We got a happy birthday shout out for Dan Jones. Happy
Okay,
birthday, Dan.
and he's going to be, he's going to remain. Boy, that just, he went straight down after that hit him in the knee. And it looked like he was in a lot of pain, and he still doesn't look like he's completely right. So he's going to try to run it off and see how that feels. All right. Good job. He gets a good hand from the fans. So the bases are loaded. It's 0-1 to Pozos. Watching these guys play every couple days, you really start to realize just what a beating athletes take and how much pain they play in all the time. And then gave me newfound respect for Cal Ripken's record. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fouled up against the screen. Because they just get beat up. They get slid into. They fall over each other. They get balls hit off them. They get hit with pitches. I mean, they've got to be so bruised up by the time the season's over. 0-2 the count now. Reynolds at third, T-Lander at second, Hamilton at first. There's only one out. Fogle with a long look in. Now he sets. And the pitch. In the dirt, blocked nicely by Diaz. 1-2 the count. The 1-2. Fouled out of play. A good fastball in on the hands by Fogel. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Oh, I thought that was called strike 3 for sure. Missed high. I guess high. And the count goes even. I think Pozos got a break there. 2-2. Here's the pitch. Foul tip and held on by the catcher, so Pozos is out. 1 away, 2 away, sorry. And here's Outman. 0 for 2. They're already up by 6, a chance to bust it open, wide open here. But there are 2 outs. The bases are loaded. Fogel, no windup. Sets and deals. Right down the middle with a fastball. Taken for a strike. Oh, and 1. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch on the outside corner and a good one. 0-2. Nice. The 0-2. In the air to right field and deep. Right fielder's going back, and it is going to be off the wall. Reynolds scores. Thielander scores. Here comes Hamilton. He will score. 9-0 Crabs on a long double by James Outman. That was almost out of here. Three RBIs. Outman now has 29 RBIs on the season, and that leads the club. 9-0. Here's Johnson. Here's the pitch. No pitch. Time was called. Oh, it's a balk. Outman will go to third. Even better.
You sound like you're having too much fun, Benjamin.
I was just telling my friends up here in the booth, the Crabs do end up winning this game. I'm going to stop at Target on the way home and get me a special broom. And I'm only going to use it for one thing. I'm just going to use it for one thing. I'm never even going to sweep with it. I'm just going to bring it to the ballpark tomorrow.
Better see it then. I'm going to hold you to it. Wave it out the window. I'll be disappointed. I will be disappointed.
Here's the pitch. Misses high. And then if the Crabs win tomorrow, I'm going to have it enshrined in glass and add a room onto my house to display it. Want to know the count? Here's the pitch. Popped in the air. Shallow left field. Shortstop going out. And he has it for the final out of the inning. But the Crabs get 3 more on a hit. There were no errors and 1 left. And at the end of 6, It's 9-0 Crabs. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, it's not unusual for the Crabs to be winning 9-0 in the top of the 7th inning. It'll be Taylor, Hancock, and Modesta for the Colt 45's. Hernandez out for his 2nd inning of work, and there's a fastball right down the middle for a called strike. The 0-1 in there again with a fastball. 0-2. Taylor 1 for 2 tonight. Here's the pitch. This is down low. 1-2. The 1-2 check swing. Did he go around? They're not even going to appeal. He didn't. So the count's 2-2. Two and two the count. And the pitch. In the left field. Altman coming in on it, and it's going to drop in front of him for a base hit. So Taylor's on first now with nobody out. Here's Hancock. Hancock is 0 for 2. Both bullpens are quiet. Taylor with a short lead. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball down and away. 1-0. I doubt Taylor's going anywhere with the Crabs up by 9. Hernandez, only job is to lay it in there and let him hit it. 1-0 the count. Swing and a miss. 1-1.
Okay, then it was. I didn't do Ralston. There's only one of those two. I'm pretty sure.
1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play.
Uh-oh. Made it 6-4 now, the Reds. Well, the Dodgers, the 7th inning.
Giants have let the Reds back in the game. It was 5-1. Now it's 6-4. Lined in the left field, and that is going to drop for a hit. So now the Colt 45 has got a little something brewing here with 2 on and nobody out in the 7th. Here's Modesta. 2 straight singles. Modesta 0 for 2. Giants really got to do something about the pitching. Yikes. They had a 5-1 lead, and now it's 6-4. Really? Against Cincinnati. You're killing me. Luckily, we have the Crabs. I'm glad I'm not really a Giants fan. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses away. It's 1-0.
Southern California, how are you Giants fans doing? Like, your own peep, train your own peep.
1-0 the count.
Okay.
And the pitch. Fouled out of play.
Don't get me wrong.
1-1.
I love San Francisco.
A ball and a strike to count. The 1-1. Misses high, 2-1. Two on, nobody out for the Colt 45's. Quite a hill to climb, trailing by 9. Here's the 2-1. Misses outside, 3-1. The 3-1. Lined into center field off the glove of Pozos. And that's going to load the bases. A nice try by Pozos. Attempt a leaping catch, but he couldn't get to it. So now the bases are loaded with nobody out for Ignacio Diaz. And now, as you might have expected, there's some pitchers heading down to the Crabs bullpen. They're not hitting Hernandez hard. All 3 singles were mostly soft liners. But he has loaded the bases now with nobody out. Here's Diaz. And Diaz is their best hitter, I think. Well, he's only played in 8 games, but in 8 games he's been a hot hitter. The first pitch misses high. It's 1-0. This is inside, 2-0. So he's been getting behind hitters this inning. Two and 0 the count. Hitters count. And the pitch. Misses low again, 3-0. Nowhere to put him. Count 3-0. So a huge advantage here for Diaz and the Colt 45's. And the pitch. Ball 4. So he walks in the first run of the game for the Colt 45's. Still nobody out. And now here comes Giacone. I think he's trying to waste some time. Well, the right-hander in the bullpen gets warm because Hernandez has really not been able to find the plate. Although that was the first walk of the inning, he's been behind every hitter so far. 9-1 now in favor of the Crabs. Both teams with 6 hits. Reading has 2 errors. The Crabs have 1 error. All right. Here's Meinhofer.
Yeah, but I lost all respect for him. Cried for a couple years.
Here's the pitch. Fastball in there for a crawled strike. It's 0-1.
Ray Fosse never complained.
0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play, and it's 0-2. So I don't know what Giacone said, but it seems to have helped. He's ahead Meinhofer 0-2 now. Nobody out. A run is in for the Colt 45's. Here's the 0-2. Misses down and away, 1-2. The 1-2. Grounded back up the middle. Hamilton's got it. He bobbles. He's going to toss for the force for second for one. Back to first, not in time. A run comes in to make it 9-2. They do get the out at second. Modesta gets to third. Could have had a double play there, but Hamilton bobbled. And so with one out and runners on the corners, here's Taylor, the shortstop. So 9-2 now in favor of the Crabs. Hernandez looks over at first. Now he sets and deals right down the middle with a fastball. Crabs got 3 in the second and the third, and then 3 more in the bottom of the sixth. Colt 45's have 2 here in the top of the seventh. Next pitch is a fastball, misses inside. 1-1 the count. The 1-1. Way inside, 2-1. I believe that if Hernandez does not get this hitter, that will be his last hitter. 2-1. Next pitch is in the dirt again, 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike to count to Taylor. Modesta at third, Meinhofer at first. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Popped in the air, shallow left field. Outman coming in, Hamilton going out. It'll be Outman, and that'll hold the runner at third. 2 away. Here's Bartotti, the DH. 1 for 3. Here's the pitch. Fastball right down the middle for a called strike. The 0-1. Check swing. And it's down low, 1-1. One is in the dirt, 2-1. Now Denholm goes out to the mound to speak with Hernandez. Here's the 2-1. Check swing, and he went round. Or I guess it's a called strike. Either way, it's 2-2. Here's the 2-2. Oh, right down the middle, but I guess high. And the count goes full. I don't know where that missed. Yikes. And neither does anybody else watching the game. Three and two the count. Swing and a miss, he got him. Inning over. But they come up with 2 runs. There were 3 hits, there were no errors, and 2 left. And at the end of 6.5, it's 9-2 in favor of the Crabs. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, it's the 7th inning stretch at the Arcata Ballpark, and the Crabs are up 9-2. It'll be Perry, Denholm, and Bush against William Fogel.
There you go. 3-0 Dodgers.
Perry tonight is launched a home run back in the 2nd inning and then grounded to 3rd and flied to center. So he's 1 for 3.
Yes. This is our most awesome treehouse for.
Now batting for your humble Crabs, number 22, Michael Perry.
So the bottom of the 7th, Crabs with 9 runs on 6 hits. They've committed 1 error. Colt 45's 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses high. You get attendance? 472? 585. 585, thanks. Tonight's attendance, 585 folks at the ballpark. And that one's broken bat, foul ball, third base side, and in foul territory. Taylor's over to get it for out number 1. So 585 folks at the ballpark watching the game tonight. 1 out. Here's Logan Denholm. Denholm is 0 for 3. Here's the pitch. Takes inside.
Now batting number 3, Logan Denholm.
1-0 the count. That one's hit high in the air to deep to left field, and that is going to be out of here. Adios, muchacho. Home run for Logan Denholm. No doubt about that one either. That's number 5 on the season for him. Ten to 2 Crabs. That ball just disappeared into the night. So here's Bush. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses away. 1-0 the count.
Oh, I thought I do think it was cool when. And he couldn't
Fastball down and away, 2-0.
pull it off this time, but he did the Sunday afternoon game at Bale Stadium and took a ferry to AT&T. Or like, it's like the NLCS or the World Series.
Yeah. 2-0 pitch.
You need like a helicopter.
Swing and a miss, 2-1.
No water here. The ferry port here.
Bush tonight has walked twice and lined out to center.
45 miles?
2-1, swing and a miss, 2-2. A couple big cuts now from Bush.
No one does. Now, the reason why they did it is like, that Silicon Valley money.
2-2 the count. Line in the center field, base hit.
You think they might try to hit the Georgia Chase Center when it's open?
Here's Reynolds, 2 for 2. He's been on base every time tonight. Singled in the first, doubled in 2 runs in the third, and then walked and scored in the sixth. He's got Bush at first with only 1 out. A run is already in for the Crabs on the Denholm home run. And the pitch, fastball misses high and away. So Crabs in double digits yet again. I don't know how many times that's happened in the last month or so.
That was Kansas State.
Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss, a big cut there from Reynolds. He was going for City Hall. 1-1. A 1-1 misses down and away, 2-1. Two-one pitch, misses away, 3-1. So the Crabs have now outscored Reading this season, 37-11. Bush takes his lead. Almost certainly not going on anywhere with a big lead like this one. Swing and a miss, and the count goes full.
Not surprised on either of them. No one likes the National Russian Empire. Yes, there we go.
So full count now to Bush. Reynolds with Bush at first, actually. And the pitch. Ball 4. So that's going to put runners on first and second now with 1 out for Mason Thielander, who's 0 for 2. Here comes the pitching coach, I think, for the 45's. They're going to send a reliever out to the bullpen to get warm. This is just a visit because there's nobody out in the bullpen at the moment. Crabs have a right-hander beginning to warm in their bullpen. Or I guess he's been warming actually since last inning. I don't know if I suspect Hernandez will be out of the game in the top of the 8th, but we'll have to see. So meanwhile, a short conversation on the mound between the catcher, the pitcher, and the pitching coach, I guess. Bush at second, Reynolds at first, 1 out. Crabs now with 36 home runs on the season and still a week and a half to go. Here's the pitch. In the air to left field. That one's going deep. Back at the warning track. And the left fielder, Modesti, reaches up and puts it away. Bush will go to third. So Thielander gave one a ride. Now with runners on the corners and 2 outs, we'll go back to the top of the order for David Hamilton. Hamilton's walked twice tonight, singled, and flied to center.
Yeah, that's really how it is. I put people like
And here's the pitch. Fouled out of play. 0-1 to Hamilton. Hamilton crushed one his last at bat, but it went foul. But he hit it all the way onto the roof of the Arcata City Hall. 0-1 the count. And the pitch. Inside, 1-1.
Like medium, to me, medium rare allows the full flavor.
1-1 the count.
You disagree? Okay, good. We would have a problem there.
That's fouled out of play. 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. Ooh, inside, 2-2. Second time Hamilton has to dance out of the way up from 1. 2-2 the count. Bush at third, Reynolds at first. Here's the pitch. Ground ball back up the middle, knocked down by the second baseman. He tosses the second and he throws it away. Another run will come in. That'll be a hit for Hamilton. A nice diving stop by Meinhofer, but just couldn't get the ball to second. Bush comes in. Crabs have restored their 9-run lead. Here's Brian Pozos. First and second now with 2 outs. Pozos is 0 for 4.
Yeah, Ron Ross will get a guy for now.
And the pitch. Fastball away. 1-0. So much for the Colt 45 shutdown inning. They got 2 in the top of the 7th to make it 9-2, but have given up 2 here in the bottom of the 7th to make it 11-2. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. In the air to left field. That one's going deep and back and off the base of the wall. Reynolds scores. Hamilton's coming around third. He will score as the ball gets away from Modesti. That ball took a hop right over Modesti's head as it hit the base of the wall. 13-2 now in favor of the Crabs. A stand-up double for Brian Pozos. And just the air just smells so sweet here tonight. I don't know what it is. It's just, I don't know. I just feel like an inner glow that's just, I just don't know how to say it. I don't know what. Here's Outman with Pozos out at second. It's 13-2 in favor of the Crabs. Here's the pitch. Fastball taken for a strike. It's 0-1. Oh, and 1 the count. Pozos out at second. Here's the pitch. Ground ball over to first base. He's going to take it to the bag himself, and that'll end the inning. But the Crabs come up with 4 more runs on 4 hits. There were no errors and 1 left, and at the end of 7, it's 13-2 in favor of the Crabs. This is exciting Crabs baseball. 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. 13-2 in favor of the Crabs, top of the 8th inning. It'll be Williams, Sutton, and Taylor scheduled to bat for the Colt 45's. And I see if this is still Matthew Hernandez out on the mound. It is not. This is, I think it's Ryan Smith. I'm not sure. Yeah, Ryan Smith out on the mound. Ryan Smith comes in with a record of 1-0, an ERA of 1.06 in 17 innings pitched. He's given up 11 hits, 2 earned runs. He's walked 7 and struck out 18. Here's Ryan Williams, 0 for 2. Crabs with a cornucopia of runs tonight, 13-2. On 10 hits, they committed 1 error, 2 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for the Colt 45's. First pitch is in there for a called strike. It's 0-1 to Williams. And the next pitch, slider, swung on and missed, had him out in front. It's 0-2. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, got him. Williams down on strikes. Here's Sean Sutton, the first baseman. Sutton is 0 for 3. Grounded to second and then caught looking twice. Here's the pitch. Fouled up against the backstop. 0-1 the count.
A 50-50 with a green ticket, 436472. 436472.
The 0-1 in the dirt, 1-1.
You don't know my power.
1-1 the count.
It's like that. You can't do this assignment at the last second.
Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Cincinnati has the tying runs on, don't they, in the top of the 7th? Jeez. 1-2 pitch. High hopper down to third. Perry bobbles and is not going to have time to throw him out. That'll be an error on Perry. So Sutton aboard with 1 out here in the 8th. And here's Jake Taylor. Taylor tonight is 2 for 3. I used to really enjoy getting out of this game and then listening to the Giants game on the way home, and I can't do it anymore. I just can't bear to listen. It's torture. It's just torture to listen. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses high, 1-0. Ever since what's-his-name, Casilla, balked in the run to win the game in San Diego, that was it for me. 1-0 the count. Sutton over at first. Here's the pitch. Fastball away, 2-0.
Just making, yeah, I didn't notice.
2-0 pitch. Foul tipped, 2-1. Smith gets the sign. He sets and deals. Fouled up against the screen. So the count goes even at 2. Swing and a miss, foul tipped. Denham hangs on, and that's out number 2, strikeout number 2 for Smith. Here's Hancock. 1 for 3. And the pitch is fouled out of play. 0-1 the count. Bottom of the 8th, top of the 8th inning. Crabs up by 11. 11. I love saying 11. Now, Denham calls time and goes out to the mound.
Letting them screw up. Taking a blend for a worse pitcher on the intense strongest tonight. Better work out to the progress.
Here's the pitch. Ooh, breaking pitch on the outside corner. Nice break, backdoor. I don't know if it's a slider. It looked more like a curve. A little trouble from up here myself. At any rate, it's a strike, and it's 0-2 now to Hancock with Sutton over at first and 2 outs. Smith looking to strike out the side. Here's the pitch. Check swing. Did he go around? They appeal. I guess they didn't appeal. He did not go around. One and 2. And the pitch. Got him. So Smith strikes out the side here in the top of the 8th, and the Crabs are up 13-2. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. I'm assuming I'm back on. This is Crabs go back to the ballpark. A new pitcher on the mound for the Colt 45's, I believe. This is 35. Isn't this? Yeah, this is Andrew Arnold. Number 35, Andrew Arnold. Left-handed pitcher. First lefty we've seen tonight from the 45's. He's in relief of William Fogel. The line on Fogel. 2 innings pitched, 5 hits, 7 runs. They were all earned. He walked 3 and struck out 1. That's not so good for the ERA there. So Arnold in the game. Let's see. See if we have some stats on Arnold. He did play in the Reading series, I believe. Yeah, he had 1 appearance in the Reading series, 5 innings pitched, 12 hits, 10 runs, 7 were earned. He walked 1 and struck out 1. So he comes in having pitched 20 2/3 innings. His ERA is 2.17, so he's pitched well except for that 1 game and a record of 2-2. 12 walks, 21 strikeouts in 20 2/3 innings pitched. Hardly matters at this point with the Crabs already up by 11. Yeah, 50 unearned runs, huh? Wow, that's amazing. They've given up 50 unearned runs. Crabs have given up 30.
I might have to go back to the sidelines if it was that three.
So here's Newt Johnson to lead it off. Johnson tonight is 0 for 4. Oh, 1 for 4. He has a double. He takes a pitch in there for a strike at the knees. It's 0-1. So he lined to second, doubled, grounded to short, and popped to short. Bottom of the 8th inning, 13 runs on 10 hits, 2 errors for the Crabs, 2 runs on 6 hits, 2 errors for the Colt 45's. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1. Oh, and 2, as a matter of fact. Now to Johnson. The 0-2 called. Strike 3 at the knees. Good pitch. Johnson's done. Here's Perry. 1 for 4 with a home run.
I definitely am not done yet. That's what it's like going fast.
Arnold sets and comes home. There's a breaking pitch down low and inside. The 1-0 fouled up against the screen.
One power conference team a year. Apparently,
1-1 the count. Here's the 1-1. Breaking pitch misses high, 2-1.
Oh, yeah.
2-1 pitch. Misses high, 3-1. One out, nobody on for the Crabs. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. 3-1 is the count to Perry. Ball 4. So Perry's aboard. Logan Denholm will be the hitter. Denholm, 1 for 3, but the 1 was a home run he crushed over the left field wall. Perry over at first. Here's the pitch. Ground ball in the hole on the left side and through for a base hit. Second hit of the night for Denholm. And that'll bring Logan Bush to the bat. No, maybe not. Is this Bush, 27? Yep. Bush has walked twice, lined out, and singled. They won? Oh, Giants up 8-4 now. It's going to take double digits, it looks like, for them to. No lead is safe. Perry at second, Denholm at first. Here's the pitch. Slider away, it's 1-0. The 1-0 in the dirt, 2-0. Two and 0 the count. And the pitch. check swing, and he fouls it up against the backstop. 2-1 now, the count. Two and one the count. Here's the pitch. This is down and away, 3-1. All right. Well, it's 13-2, and there's 2 on and 1 out. 3-1 the count. Next pitch is a called strike on the outside corner. 3-2 now. Three-two pitch. Fouled out of play. And the 3-2 is fouled out of play again. The pitch. Got him. Gonna chase a slider in the dirt. So Bush is out number 2. And that'll bring Ryan Reynolds to the bat. Reynolds has been on base every appearance tonight. He's got a single, a double, and 2 walks. He's also scored 3 runs. And he has 2 RBIs. Perry at second, Denholm at first. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Fastball in there on the inside corner. The 0-1. He bounces that one up there. That one bounced in the grass in front of home plate. 1-1. One and one the count. Here's the pitch. Slowly rolled out to third base. Throw to first. Inning over. No runs. 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 left for the Crabs at the end of 8. They lead 13-2. Stay tuned. Top of the 9th coming up. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, top of the 9th inning. Crabs with a luxurious 13-2 lead. We have a new pitcher on the mound. It's number 14, which means that it is Zach Stone. Zach Stone comes into the game with an ERA of 1.35, an 0-1 record. 13 and a third innings, all in relief. He's walked 6, struck out 16, and given up 8 hits. Modesti, Diaz, and Meinhofer, the bottom of the order to bat here in the top of the ninth with the Crabs up by 11. 11 sweet runs. Here's the pitch. I mean, he's still warming up. Don't forget, folks, tomorrow night, 7 o'clock, these two teams will meet again. The Crabs looking for a season sweep, it looks like, at this point. They will be looking for a season sweep. And Colt 45's trying to salvage some kind of dignity out of this whole thing. Game starts at 7 o'clock. You're going to want to get here around 6 to get a good seat. Meanwhile, we still got to finish this one. Modesti, Diaz, and Meinhofer here against Zach Stone. And the first pitch is a fastball high and outside. It's 1-0. Stone's just got to throw strikes. That's all he's got to do. The 1-0 pitch in the dirt, 2-0. Two balls, no strikes to count. Here's the pitch. Fastball in the outside corner, 2-1. Modesti tonight is 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count.
They're a softball game. They're fun.
2-2 pitch. In the air to shallow left field. Hamilton going out. Outman coming in. It's going to bounce in front of Outman.
Did he? No, he didn't.
So a single for Modesti. Here's Diaz. Diaz tonight is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Something funny about their numbers on the back of their uniforms. It looks like the number on the right is trying to run away from the number on the left for some reason. I don't know. You know what I mean? How it slants? You can see what I mean in the camera. It's strange. Fastball down in there for a called strike at the knees. 0-1. Here's the pitch. Fouled up against the screen. 0-2 the count. Giants up 9-4 now in their ball game.
Oh, you know, that's what I was told too. If it's typed, it's italics. If it's written, it's underlined.
0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. In the dirt, it goes all the way to the backstop, and the runner will take second on the wild pitch. So 1-2 now to Diaz.
I'd be breathing easy.
The 1-2 pitch. Hit down the right field line. That is going to be... Oh, nearly caught by Thielander. A diving try in foul territory. That would have been a spectacular catch had he made it. Unfortunately, he didn't. So it's 1-2. All right, a ball and 2 strikes to count with Modesti out at second. Here's the pitch in the dirt. 2-2. The 2-2. Slowly rolled out to short. Hamilton up with it. Throws in the dirt, and that's going to be an error. E6. Yikes. So with a 11-run lead here in the ninth, the Crabs have put 2 runners on with nobody out. And we're going to have a pinch hitter for Meinhofer. This is number 23, Austin Lobue, Lobue, Lobue. And the pitch in there at the knees for a strike. Modesti at second. Diaz at first. The 0-1 catches the inside corner with a fastball, and it's 0-2. Nobody out, first and second. Top of the ninth inning. Crabs leading 13-2. That's 11. Count them 11 runs. Here's the pitch. Ooh, check swing. Did he go around? No, and the pitch just missed outside. Stone thought he had him. Here we go. 1-2. In the dirt, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes to count.
He's had good numbers this
And the pitch. Swing and a miss, got him. 1 away.
year. Granted, he should have had 2 outs. Solid.
Zach Taylor will be the hitter. 0 for 4. We're suddenly experiencing an exodus from the left field bleachers. Here's the pitch. Fastball down and away, 1-0. I mean, most people have already left, but suddenly a mass of folks all decided at once to leave the ball game. How strange. 1-0 the count. I think they're coming from left field maybe. That's fouled out of play. 1-1. Stone sets, looks out at
I
second,
think it's like a funny.
and comes home 1-1. Fastball on the outside corner at the belt. Taken for a strike, 1-2 to count. Stone steps off now. 1-2. And the pitch. Outside, 2-2. Two-two count. Hit down the left field line. Foul into the Crabs bullpen. Two balls, 2 strikes, the count. And the 2-2. High hopper out to short. Should be 2. Over to second for one. Back to first. In time for the 6-4-3 double play, and that is the ball game. For the Crabs, in victory, 13 runs, 11 hits. They committed 3 errors. For the Colt 45's, 2 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. The Crabs' record now 27-12. The win goes to Ryan Ralston, who is 1-1 on the season now. The loss goes to Will Moore. As I said, these two teams will meet again tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. You're going to want to be here. It's going to be some more exciting Crabs baseball. Till then, it's been a pleasure bringing you the ball game tonight. And thanks for listening. This is Benjamin Schaefer signing off. Go Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE.
And welcome back to the Arcata Ballpark as the Crabgrass Band blaring their music. Don't Fear the Reaper by Blue Oyster Cult blaring in the background as they celebrate another Crabs win, and this one over a heated rival, the Reading Colt 45's, as they win tonight 13. Won't give them too many runs credit, but 13-2 was the Crabs win over the Reading Colt 45's, the big rivalry game, the $2.99 Classic, and the Crabs really, once again showing their offensive might as they really had a lot of success against Reading. They've actually won all 3 matchups. Yes, all 3 matchups the Crabs have won. They won the first 2 games. The first game they won 16-4. The second game they won 11-5, and really much of the same tonight, 13-2. So double-digit wins for the Humboldt Crabs, at least double-digit runs, I should say. Although two of the three wins were by double digits. Of course, the one game in which they didn't win by double digits, they only won by 6 runs, 11-5. But otherwise, a 16-4, and now tonight a 13-2 win. So the Crabs really have the number, and no pun on that one, of the Colt 45's. As it seems like every member of the offense and 8 of the 9 guys in the starting 9 tonight for the Crabs had a base hit, and 7 of the 9 guys scored a run. So Mason Thielander, the only guy who didn't get a hit, but he did score a run, and the only 2 guys who didn't score a run, Brian Pozos, James Outman, at least got a hit. So really, in any given way, the Crabs' entire offense produced and really contributed to this win tonight, as the Crabs scored in 4 different innings. 3 runs in the second, 3 runs in the third, 3 runs in the sixth, and 4 runs in the seventh, to add up to 13 runs. The only 2 runs the Colt 45's got was in the 7th inning, but at that point, it was a 9-0 ball game. The Colt 45's got their 2 runs, but the Crabs more than made up for it, doubled them up on that to get 4 to make it 13-2 after the 7th inning, and that's where it would be up to the end of the game. Just taking a look at some of the scoring that the Crabs have gotten. And one thing to note about the Crabs' offense tonight, only 10 of the 13 runs were earned. And another thing to note about the Reading Colt 45's is now they've given up 53 unearned runs on the season and really didn't help themselves with 2 errors tonight, and contributed to the Crabs really bringing on the offense. And let's look at the each scoring inning. Michael Perry got everything started off with a home run, and I mean, it was a long shot into the night, onto the 101 freeway. Couldn't even see where it landed. That's how far it went. Following that home run was a flyout, and then Logan Bush walked and was able to come around and score on a throwing error on the pickoff attempt by Will Moore, the starting pitcher. So that made it 2-0. And then Ryan Reynolds singled, advanced to second on that same throwing error by Moore, was balked to third, and then scored on David Hamilton's RBI single. So 3-0. At the end of the second inning, the Crabs would continue it on in the third with 1 out. Newt Johnson hit a double. After a Michael Perry ground out, Logan Denholm then advanced on an error at shortstop. That allowed another run to come in. Logan Bush then walked, and then a double by Ryan Reynolds to send him in. And it was sent him and Denholm in, and that made it 3-0. So, or 3 runs in the inning, I should say, 6-0 in the game. Crabs would add on 3 more in the 6th inning. Zach Stone coming into the booth as there's a reason why we wanted you up here. I mean, in addition to your ability to shut things down in the 9th inning as another scoreless 9th appearance, but you're the only Crab who's gotten to experience this rivalry for a second summer. So I know it doesn't affect the players as much as the fan base, but you still got to feed off that a bit when you're at either here in Arcata or in Reading playing them, how the fans kind of act to it. So what's that like being a part of that atmosphere and being a part of it for a second time?
I mean, yeah, it's a good rivalry. Last year, or 2 years ago, I guess, when we were out there, we got into a bench clearing thing where one of their guys got ran over, and there was some like tensions flaring a little bit last time we were out in Reading. So I'm the only one, yeah, like you said, on the team with that like experience against these guys. So for me, especially, it was a little extra fire coming in here today.
Now, what is the approach you often take? I mean, I know today was a 9-run or 11-run lead, but you've also had the ability to pitch in a lot closer games in that 9th inning. So what's the mentality you have coming in at the end of the game like that?
For me, it's just go out there and try to attack hitters, throw strikes, and make them put hits together in a row. I think the way that you end up giving up runs at the end of the game is you walk guys, hit guys, allow free bases, and then that kind of starts a rally for them. If you go out and make them hit their way to a couple runs, it's a lot less likely.
Now, what brought you back here? I know you took summer off from playing with the Crabs, but what brought you back here a second time?
I had an injury this year at Davis, and a lot of teams weren't sure if they wanted to take a flyer on me this year after me being out all year. And the Crabs, they were really good about it. They said that they were happy to have me regardless of my injury history or whatever. So, I mean, that plus coming home for where I get home-cooked meals and living at home and stuff.
That's true, yeah.
It's a nice routine to get in, and I think it's very beneficial.
What's your favorite dish that your parents serve you up that you said home-cooked meal, so I'm sure there's one item that sticks out above the others.
Yeah, a lot of pastas.
Oh, man, yeah.
My mom makes a good pasta salad.
Speaking my language. So, you have teammates here, Logan Denholm among them, and you guys, usually there's a contingent of UC Davis guys, so what's that like being able to not only have your teammates be with you, obviously, during the regular school year, but in the summer, getting to play with them some more?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's cool to see Logan progress the way he has. Him just a freshman this year. He started a ton of games for us down in Davis, and he's just a guy who keeps getting better every day, and I keep seeing that out here this summer. He started off a little slow, but he's really picked it up as the summer has gone on. Like you saw that ball he hit today.
Now, what are your goals for this next coming season? Are you going to be out of the bullpen, or do you feel you're going to start?
I think that I'm going to be moved back to the bullpen. That's what I did my first 2 years at Davis, and then this year I tried to start before I had the injury stuff. And then in my end-of-the-year meeting, my coach just said he felt a lot more confident with me at the end of the game, and that's something that he was looking forward to doing this next year.
Now, what are your shutdown pitches in the ninth inning?
Usually just go to fastball, curveball. I mean, I try to throw a changeup sometimes to lefties if I need it, but for me it's usually just fastball, curveball. And
it must feel nice having that big of a lead going into the ninth. So what's it kind of like sitting on the bench, seeing your offense pile it up like that, and be like, your job's got to feel like it's a lot easier at that point.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's what I mean. You give up a hit to start the ninth inning like I did. It's nice to have a little cushion like that. You can still not get too tense. Just keep going after hitters and like I said, make them string stuff together in order to get runs.
And how do you handle the pressure of a close game? Say that it was a one-run game and those two guys came on. Is there a different way you would kind of approach the at-bat, or would it be the same way as it is with an 11-run lead?
I mean, I just always try to hit my spots and throw strikes for the most part. I don't try to worry about too much about like throwing hard or throwing like nasty breaking balls and stuff. I just kind of try to hit my spots and like I said, make the hitters do the work.
Well, I always like to talk Major League Baseball as well. Are you a Giants fan? Being up from around here.
Yeah, I actually was down at the Giants game last night.
Okay, so they did win tonight, or at least they were winning. So I know they haven't played. I'm a Dodger fan, so I'm not too upset about their recent slide. But the Dodgers won. The Giants are winning, and they were winning by like 5 or 6 runs as well in the 7th inning. So that's going to be a fun race down the stretch.
Yeah, it should be good. Yeah, the Dodgers, I mean, have a ton of guys, and the Giants starting rotation's probably one of the best in the big league. So yeah, it's fun to watch.
And as I've said to the other Giant fans, as much, the rivalry is fun, but an NLCS involving those two teams, I mean, that would be something, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I mean, hopefully Kershaw can come back healthy and we get both teams at full strength.
Bumgarner, Kershaw, game 1 of the NLCS. What more could you ask for, right?
Exactly.
Well, we wish you the luck. Best of luck the rest of the season going into UC Davis, and keep shutting them down in the 9th inning.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, that was Zach Stone, the closer for the Humboldt Crabs. And we'll come back, wrap things up. One more 60-second timeout, Tristan. One more timeout. We'll come back, wrap things up, get you ready for tomorrow. You're listening to Humboldt Crabs Baseball here on AM 1480 KGOE. And welcome back to the Arcata Ballpark, a 13-2 win in the third game of the rivalry series, what they call the 299 Classic. as once again the Humboldt Crabs really piling it on their heated rivals, 13-2. And if you just look back at the other scores, 16-4, 11-5, plus this 13-2 win, really the Crabs have dominated, absolutely dominated this rivalry series this summer. And one of the things that's special about the Colt 45s versus the Crabs is really Reading and Arcata, they're just such two different worlds. I mean, not only geographically, weather-wise, culture-wise, it's just such a different place, a night and day difference of a place, and they both have their positive aspects to it. Both have the great parts to it, Reading and Arcata, but the difference is in not only it's the differences that they have, it's the fact that they're so different, but they're so close. I mean, 3 hours and 15 minutes, 3.5 hours at the most to Reading off the 299, and with it being as close as it is, it's only natural that the Crabs and Colt 45s would play each other every year. And, of course, the Colt 45s are the one consistent team that the Crabs play, not only here in Arcata, but they also travel there every year. And, again, such an easy road trip, why not? And what just adds to the rivalry is the culture, the geography, the weather. It's so different, and yet they're so close together, and you really see that contrast playing out at any given game, whether it be at the Arcata ballpark or at Tiger Field in Reading. Both have outstanding atmospheres, both have good fan bases, and we really hear loud, boisterous crowds whenever these two teams are involved. And the Crabs really have done a great job fending off the crowd in the two games they were in Reading and used the home field crowd to their advantage here in this third game. So let's take a look at the offensive performance for the Crabs. We mentioned that 8 out of the 9 guys in the starting lineup got a base hit, and 7 of the 9 guys in the starting lineup scored a run. David Hamilton, and how much more can we say about this kid who hasn't even started college yet? He just graduated high. He went to prom this last spring, essentially. That's how young he is, but he has inserted himself into the starting lineup and at shortstop, where on both facets of the game he has done outstanding. And leading off again today, 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, and 2 runs scored. Brian Potos, 1 for 5 with 2 runs batted in. James Outman went 1 for 4 with 3 RBIs. Newt Johnson, 1 for 5 with a run scored. Michael Perry, 1 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. Logan Denholm, teammate of Zach Stone, who we just talked to out of UC Davis, 2 for 5 with an RBI and 2 runs scored. Logan Bush, 1 for 3 with 3 runs scored. Ryan Reynolds, 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs and 3 runs scored. And Mason Thielander, he did not get a base hit, but he still scored a run. He went 0 for 3 with that run scored. And when you add all that up, 13 runs on 11 base hits. The Reading Colt 45s, they struggled on the offensive part of the game for the most part today. 2 runs on only 7 hits, and those hits were really scattered around. Really, the 7th inning was the only inning in which the Colt 45s were able to string anything together. But taking a look at the starting lineup, Jared Bertardi went 1 for 4. Jake Taylor went 2 for 4 with a run scored. J.J. Hancock, 1 for 4 with not an RBI, but a run scored. And Max Modeste, 2 for 4. And Ignacio Diaz went 1 for 3 with the only one of the 2 RBIs, as he went, again, 1 for 3 with an RBI. And Mickey Meinhofer did not get a hit, went 0 for 3, but did get a run batted in. So 2 runs on 7 hits, that all adds up to, for the Colt 45s. The Crabs, pitching-wise, Ryan Ralston picked up the win, had an outstanding game starting on the mound for the Crabs. Went 5 innings, allowed only 2 base hits with 5 strikeouts and a walk. Matthew Hernandez, well, he had his struggles in relief today. Went 2 innings, allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned, along with 2 strikeouts and a walk. Ryan Smith, a perfect inning of relief in which he struck out the side. And I take it back, not a perfect inning. Runner did reach on an error. Sean Sutton, the first baseman for Reading, did reach on an error in that 8th inning. So really, through no fault of his own, Ryan Smith allowed a base runner. Otherwise, he struck out the side in another outstanding relief appearance. Zach Stone also allowed a runner to reach on an error as well as a base hit, but otherwise was able to dial down and finish the game, including a strikeout. A strikeout to get the first out, and then a 6-4-3 double play to end the game after the first two runners reached on a base hit and an error. So Stone not letting it phase him grounded yet, an 11-run lead. So, I mean, how much pressure could you really feel? But at the same time, did not allow two base runners to really affect his overall performance for the rest of the inning, as he got a strikeout and then induced a 6-4-3 ground ball double play. So the Crabs on the year improve their record to 27-12. Yeah, the Crabs 27-12, and Colt 45's also 23-11, or excuse me, 22-12. They did lose. They were 22-11 coming in, and are now 22-12. So two evenly matched teams, as the Crabs now 27-12. The Red and Colt 45's fall to 22-12, and they'll have the final game of the season series and the final game of the short little two-game midweek homestand here, as the Crabs and Colt 45's back at it tomorrow at 7 p.m. Yes, tomorrow at 7 p.m. The gates will open at 6. The fourth and final game of the season series between the two bitter rivals, separated only by, 150 miles on the windy 299, the Humboldt Crabs and the Red and Colt 45's. Really doesn't get much better than that here at the Arcata Ballpark, as it is always a fantastic atmosphere, and even more when the Colt 45's come to town. So we'll wrap things up. Time to say goodnight. I'd like to thank Tristan Landay once again, doing an excellent job making us sound good at the Bicoastal Media Studios in Eureka, keeping us on the air and making sure we sound good. So thank you once again, Tristan, and I'd like to thank everyone with the Colt 45's and the Humboldt Crabs. And speaking for Benjamin Schaefer, this is Kevin Wyatt saying so long from the Arcata Ballpark, where the Crabs beat the Colt 45's by a score of 13-2, and they now have a 3-games-to-none advantage, have clinched the series win, the season series win over the Colt 45's. Next game tomorrow evening will be our next broadcast as well. 7 o'clock first pitch. Will be on the air around 6:50. And if you are coming to the ballpark, the gates will open at 6 p.m. And until next time, have a very pleasant good evening, everybody.